Excuse me, can I have everybody's attention? Hello? My name is Beverly, and if any of you don't know, I am the person who has funded this fine institution. Thank you. Thank you. It is my great honor and privilege to honor the Sex Gremlin community.
Sex Gremlins are freaks! Down with Sex Gremlins!
Get him out of here! Get him! Security! See you later. You're out of here. Sex Gremlins are not freaks! Sex Gremlins have the ability to learn, just like you and I. So it is my great privilege to introduce... Oh, let me see here. Who am I introducing? Please, lower your applause. I can't concentrate. Marissa Knoof. Let's give a round of applause for Marissa. Is it Marissa or Marisa?
Marissa.
Thank you. Okay. Feel free to give your speech now.
How's everybody doing? My name is Marissa Knoof. I am a local field organizer for the Sex Gremlin party. Thank you. On behalf of my staff of hundreds of volunteers and 2 or 3 other field organizers, we thank you for welcoming us to your county. Now, I know how passionate you all must feel about these beautiful creatures. Just like I do. We all want to see these creatures get the rights that they deserve. Isn't that right? But how do we get it done, folks? It's through actions. We need your help. How can I help? Well, I've got a way for you all to help. Everybody take out your cell phones. Here, I'll take out mine. Everybody get out your cell phones. Go to your messages. In the message bar, type YES. Now, send that to 767676 and you'll be put on a list to volunteer at our next event, such as a phone bank or canvassing. Okay. Or sign up with somebody today at one of the people with clipboards. I am Marissa Knoof, and it is now my proud and distinct privilege, and I think you're gonna love this, to introduce to you a truly inspirational sex gremlin, Tristan.
Hey, Tristan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me up here. Thanks for... Can you get this bubbling bitch off the stage? I can't hear a thing with the constant motor running. Why the fuck do you do that? Get off the stage, please. I'm trying to talk to my crowd. Okay, listen. I'm a sex gremlin. I ain't never had no book learning. I'm like a bunch of you. Much of you in the crowd who ain't had no book learning. I'm looking at you, Maurice. We grew up on the same block. You remember me? I can talk now. The only reason I can talk is because I learned. And the only reason I can give you all learning is because of the woman who's about to speak. And thanks to the woman who already spoke, Beverly, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. You don't even know how cute and beautiful you are. I love you, baby. And I'd like to give a mention to Clark County. Can Clark County get a round of applause? The woman here tonight is a guest that we needed to have on. She's a guest that believes in doing whatever she has to do for the best of us. She's what every sex gremlin should hope to be like, and it is my hope that when we get through with this university, there's gonna be one of these in you. And these I'm talking about. Sister No, everybody.
Oh, what a beautiful introduction. Thank you. And what did you say your name again was?
The name's Tristan. Nice to meet you, Sister No. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, do you think that maybe I could get an autograph?
I think that's sort of something we should do after the speech. How's everybody doing? You're feeling good?
We love you!
You guys are sure doing a hell of a lot better than them yokels up north, right? Football? Anybody watching? We don't like that team. The team up north, we hate them. But you know what team we hate even more than them? The team of oppressors that keep us down! We must fight the system that was created for us. We must rebel against it, and we must fuck our gremlins. We must harness the biggest cocks any species on this planet has and use their semen to make the human race better. Sex gremlins mixed with humans. They will make the best babies. Humans' intelligence mixed with the sex gremlin's phallus creates harmony. During my time living with the sex gremlins, I want to share with you the things I learned. The first thing I learned about sex gremlins was that their insides are made up of red poison.
This is Father Andrew. Now I want to let you folks know that this woman that you are hearing has spoken lies to you. She is running a cult.
Get him!
If you are listening and supporting this event, you have already supported
Hey,
a
Bucko!
cult.
Hey, Bucko! Get the fuck off! Get the fuck out of here!
Come on, Sister Robert.
How much of that did you guys hear? Hello? Is that my speech? That's all I got to give. I was just telling them about the sex gremlin thing. What I learned from it. The teleprompter's all messed up. Father, you are one sick, murderous bastard. This man murdered his sex gremlin. He kept them as slaves. He had a cult. This is not a cult. This is a movement. And soon the entire human race will be on our side. And they will decide that sex gremlins are one of us, the people. Thank you. You're just too kind. You're too kind to me because I may be the face behind this movement, but all of you are the movement. We are the movement. And we are going to show our oppressors force. We are going to show how strong we are and show that we are never going to stand for what they do to us. person, every sex gremlin can be in all parts of the city. Could you imagine if we freely welcomed them on the bus? The cleanup crews required to clean up their jizz will create approximately 6 billion jobs. It's a huge task, folks. It's a huge task, and someone's going to have to do it. By the year 2030, every 9 out of 10 jobs will be a sex gremlin come worker. And we are hiring the minimum wage for their work to $12.75 an hour. We are gonna kindly ask Congressman Frank Jesse to please raise the minimum wage to $12.75 and create 6 billion jobs. Who has created 6 billion jobs ever? Ever. This is not gonna be an easy task. Every sex gremlin, you are going to have to defend yourself against corrupt police officers until you become the police officers and you come all over every criminal you find.
Sister, now I think it's time to pass out the Kool-Aid.
The what?
The Kool-Aid.
You want to pass out the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I think it's. Do you want me to pass out the Kool-Aid?
Who wants Kool-Aid? Anybody like Kool-Aid?
Everybody has to drink the Kool-Aid.
Everybody has to drink it. Every man, woman, child.
How do you think it went, Mother? No.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Let me rub your feet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, could you not touch in between my toes like that? I hate when you do that.
Sorry, sister.
Now, everybody seemed to like the Kool-Aid.
Of course, who doesn't like Kool-Aid?
Nobody seemed to worry about the mind control agent.
Well, I mean, how would they?
You did make it tasteless, didn't you?
It's tasteless by nature. I didn't do that. I don't have the power to manipulate the world around me. But yes, it is a tasteless substance. And they drank it up like saps.
This cult is so cool. I'm so glad I found you at that bus stop.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I control your mind.
You don't control my mind.
Sit up.
What? Where are you sending me?
I just wanted to let you know that I do control you. And you're mine now.
All right, Mother, no. You own me. I will be yours, Sister Carissa, for all time.
Well, what if I wanted you to become a gremlin?
Okay, if that's what you see fit, I guess I don't have any way to stop it.
What if I told you that you were a sex gremlin trapped in a human's body? And not only a sex gremlin, you were a male sex gremlin trapped in a woman's body.
You read my diary?
I did read your diary. And I know that you put on those weird furry suits and you imagine yourself having one of the big phalluses.
That's why my family abandoned me at the bus stop to begin with.
I know that. I know everything about you.
You are the one that told me I had a goiter, a cancerous tumor.
And it probably will be the thing that kills you. But not before you get that operation.
I'm still rubbing your feet, Mother. No, don't forget about me.
I have big plans for you. You just wait. Keep your mouth shut, too. I'm speaking.
Here they build a Cane's on in Springfield.
Actually, I did hear that. Everybody was like really excited about it, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like a really long line or something.
Yeah, there's a big long line. I don't know.
Where is it even at?
It's on it's like right across the street from the Meyer McDonald's.
That's where I thought it was. Across the street. Oh.
It's by Kincaid's.
Oh. Did they build something
They
there?
built an entirely new building.
Weird.
Yeah, it really looks out of place.
It seems like it would. You know, it's interesting because you said that you had a blizzard earlier, like we talked about in that one episode. Recently, I went to Culver's. Have you ever been there?
No.
I don't know how far wide reaching of a chain it is, but their blizzard is not called a cyclone.
You did tell me about this. Yeah.
It's called a concrete mixer.
No, you didn't tell me about this. Oh, what? That was what?
A concrete mixer.
Yeah. That's cool.
And
Like kind of like the thing that like that big vehicle that drives.
Yeah, like I get it for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Why?
I did more research on it afterwards, but I gotta say, when I ordered it, I felt weird ordering it. So like I'm ordering the meal and I'm like, and it also like a Butterfinger mixer, because I felt weird saying concrete mixer. But when I got up to the window, they handed us the food, and then they're like, we're waiting on your concretes.
Of the two words, they chose that one to be like the shorthand. Concrete.
Right.
Two concretes coming up.
So then I did more research, right? And I looked it up. I'm like, why the hell is it called a concrete mixer? And it turns out that the blizzard, part of the reason that the blizzard is served upside down is because there's a place that originally did that with like really thick ice cream with stuff mixed in it, served upside down somewhere in like, I don't know where. That the Dairy Queen stole it from, technically.
Don't tell me the original place
called
called it a concrete mixer.
And the original place didn't call it a concrete mixer, but they called it the ice cream concrete because it was so solid.
Interesting.
That they could serve
Okay.
it upside down.
Interesting.
So I guess that's where Culver's gets their inspiration from, but it's a
kind
really
of fucking
weird name.
It's kind of fucking weird, but okay.
It's, I think, the weirdest name that we have come across for them.
Yeah, didn't we, in that episode, didn't we come up with alternative names for it that we kind of thought?
I think so.
Or maybe that was just like while we were speaking outside of the episode.
Right. I honestly don't remember. But I do know we've made $5 on this podcast now. We're
How
Sunday,
in the world? Who's listening to it? Who's clicking the ads? Thank you.
One or two people at a time, man. I mean, I guess it's just adding up. But you know, we're now up to $5. Someday we'll be able to cash out and buy a Facebook ad.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
Hell yeah. Or be able to advertise on other people's podcasts. Well, we could do that. We could do that ourselves. But it'd be cool to have like an ad pop up on somebody's ad on Spotify, like, "Hey guys, do you want to listen to a fun and wacky podcast? Go to Spotify.
Right.
Go to your Spotify app now and type in MOATAIF. That's MOATAIF.
Don't ask what it stands for.
Don't ask what it stands for. Don't ask, don't tell. That's our policy here on MOATAIF. Well, yeah.
Fuck, I mean, I think we're almost there.
Yeah. Is that the place up there? It's like in the way.
Like that place that Dave Chappelle built. They got it built up real fast. Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous.
I know. I hope he's not there.
I really hope he's not there. I mean, I don't want to perform in front of Dave Chappelle. That'd be embarrassing.
I would never.
But I mean, he's always kind of down at these things, isn't he?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how often he comes down to the slam poetry night, but
Yeah, you hear he's like part of the community, but like, do you think
Guess
he
we'll
really
see.
gives a shit that like we do slam poetry here?
I don't think. I mean, I think he's just glad that the club's doing so well. I mean, fuck, look how many people are here.
Right. I mean, it is open mic night, so.
Right. But for slam poetry, I guess it is Yellow Springs though.
Right.
There's a spot. All right. Well, Guess we just go in.
I guess so. Oh, I'm nervous.
Me too. It's a little nerve-wracking to share poetry. I think, and especially for an audience.
Look at this guy over here with the blue hair. Oh my god. So pretentious.
There's the waiter from Peaches.
What is he doing here?
They're probably sharing his damn poem.
I guess he does do poetry.
He's gonna hear fucking our poem.
Well. All right.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Who's ready for a little boogity woogity slam poetry? Ever since that cat ran away with the fiddle, that cat's been kinda funky, don't you think? You know, our first presenter tonight doesn't have too much experience. The last time he wrote one of these Where I'm From poems was in English, his freshman year of high school. Hasn't shared too much poetry since then, aside from a few poems on a podcast that's not this, because this is open mic night at Dave Chappelle's club here in Yellow Springs. Isn't that right, everybody? All right, first up, on Where I'm From night, let's snap it up for Zach Roberts.
Where I'm From, 2021. I am from the warmth of summer bonanza, a sketch video filmed with a digital camera, the laughter of a group of friends forever immortalized on tape, the death of a cast member, the late-night McDonald's runs obscured by the secrecy of the litter hole, the joy of a car ride with friends. I am from the cruelty of a Chicago winter, a youthful naivete that believed the best in all, the cold shoulder of a friend ignoring you on the street, the bitter wind breaking my skin, the stinging pain of a door shut in your face, the silence of a car ride to purgatory. I am from the rebirth of spring, a long-awaited return to the stage, the butterflies of a love reciprocated, the backstage halls of the Kuss Auditorium and the catwalks of the Turner Studio, the wag of a dog's tail and the lick of a cat's tongue, the anticipation of a car ride to Taylor's. I am from the stillness of an autumn evening, a golden hour of thought and reflection, the last sputters of a crumbled friend group, its memories echoing daily, the endless burn of blurry days, the blurriness somehow clearing the mind, the constant pain of a dream accepting it may not be realized, the disquiet of a car ride to a destination unknown.
Wow.
But certainly you can see that was certainly a bit of a melancholy take on
It definitely was, but it was really, really good.
Thank you.
Damn, that was really I feel like wow. I feel like you captured how you've been kind of expressing how you're feeling, but I really felt it. I really felt like I got it. I felt like that was actual art. The message, you transferred it.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to write, but it was I was really happy with how it came out. I think the one that I wrote in 2009 was I am from hay bales and goat feed, because I had goats at the time. And I'm not from that.
Right. Well, yeah, as an adult you can really see what you're actually from.
Yeah, and I was really trying to think what made why am I the way I'm, why do I feel the way I am, what makes me and I feel like I feel like
you really got it. You went into a lot of different things, you kind of told your whole life story with it.
Thank you.
Really good job.
Pretty good for a cool cat. First time out. That's what the audience consensus says. I'm not just making that up because I'm the same guy voicing a different character. This is a real fourth wall breaking podcast.
Comedy Club.
Dave Chappelle. Open mic day. Next up, I believe this person wrote the same poem in 9th grade English, but this person went off into PSEO, that stands for Post-Secondary Enrollment Option, and it's possible he never took the class. But, nonetheless, he wrote the poem today. Please welcome to the stage, Richard Quillen.
I am from cornfields and convenience marts, backwoods and police alarms, sunny days and bike rides, being outside and feeling alive. I am from the CJ Brown Dam and Res, not going to work and swimming instead, bologna and Miracle Whip on white bread, not giving a fuck what anyone says. I am from the oak tree in my backyard, getting lost in a book while sitting on its arm. I am from my dad's blue collar and my mom's loving touch, the Midwest holler, the influence of drugs. I am from chat rooms in AOL, who I was talking to hard to tell. I am from parking lots in McDonald's Coke, the litter hole and inside jokes. I am from a pursuit of love, always on the search, reaching up above, from here on planet Earth.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was beautiful.
Not nearly as long, but I don't know. It felt like I was like, that's where it is.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, I loved the imagery of it. And I loved how there were so many different aspects. And sometimes, I felt like, there's the moment where, you're like, the CJ Brown Dam and Reservoir, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, Summer Bonanza 2011. That's the first thing I think of. I don't know if that's what the
definitely.
author had in mind, and then when you said calling off of work and not, that threw my perception off. I'm like, oh wow, like, this is like a different time. And then you go to like bologna and white bread. I'm like, okay, as a fucking kid, it was wild. I loved it. You mentioned your family, the influence of drugs. Of course, I love that shout out.
Yeah, I love how it kind of like, it's like each like stanza has like things, like everything like ties together in some sort of way, but it touches on a bunch of different things like all at once.
And I love the last line, reaching up from planet Earth. Is that what is it again?
I am from a pursuit of love, always on the search, reaching up above from here on planet Earth.
I love that. That sounds like that could totally be a song lyric.
Thank you. It was like I was like, how did I write that? It's like that's exactly how I feel on the inside, and it just like comes off so like poetic.
Very lyrical, yeah, very lyrical. I'm just reaching up from Earth. Like it just like seems like it would be a perfect fucking song.
Thank you. Maybe it would.
I wonder what Dave Chappelle would think about it.
Yeah, he would crack a joke on me.
Hey, we all had to start somewhere, Dave. I think in terms of, really for both of us, like, as far as from my experience writing it, I think it was a lot easier this time. It was a little harder because I was trying to be more personal with it, but it was easier in that way because I'm like, there was so much more experience to draw from than there was in 9th grade.
Yeah, it's crazy when you're like 14, you think you know it all, like you know everything. You're just kind of like seasoned. But like you've had nothing happen to you at 14. Nothing.
Right.
Like you just woke up, lived, went to school, got home and played.
Right.
We had
or
so
took
much
a nap.
You took a nap. I mean, yeah, you just got to do whatever you fucking wanted to do. Aside from like chores and homework, but like fuck.
What can you do? I mean, that I really I enjoyed this. I thought this was a good little.
Me too. I think you know what? I think we should do this like every 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Like right. I'd love to see where we're at in 5 years with it. Come back and listen to this. So somebody's gonna have to set a reminder on their phone for 5 years from today.
Right.
God, 2026 will be fucking. We'll be turning 31. 31.
That's wild.
In 5 years.
Oh, it sent a shiver through my body. It sent a shiver through my whole body.
Yeah. Well, Sorry to kind of get there on that note.
Kind of hard to go out on a bad note when you got this kind of music playing in the background here at the Dave Chappelle open mic night. Thank you everybody for coming out. It was a lovely first open mic night. We're thinking about doing this every 5 years, actually, having this kind of open mic night, slam poetry night. In between them, it's gonna be, Dave and his guests, those wacky guests up until he says something else offensive, and then they cancel him, right? Like Dr. Seuss. I meant Dr. Seuss.
Can you believe they canceled him?
Stay out.
I'm fucking Janet Ivanovich. What are you doing?
Can you believe they canceled him?
Brenda's at the show.
That threw me. I couldn't even I went. I love that. I just